Ask me.
Alright, Hector, you want a 7C?
7C, that's on train, obviously, because we're on train. And it's a smoke from spawn into main courtyard. What? Excuse me?
Can you throw it?
Yes, of course I can throw it. You look at the cloud. You stand parallel to the perpendicular of the doorway. You line up with left window middle, and then you look up at the cloud that looks like a turtle, and then you toss that shit. But you gotta jump as you throw it, otherwise you hit.
Oh, it's a jump throw?
Yeah, it's a jump throw.
God damn. Yeah.
My name is René, I'm 28 years old and I'm from Denmark. I grew up in a small village called Cajunb. There was like around 5,000 citizens, so that's not like a really small town. I really like to live there because like I learned the importance of like family and friends, and I got really close to them. I like that at some point everyone knew everyone, so it was a good place to live. I started playing Counter-Strike when I was around 13, 14 years old, something like that. My brother got a PC, and every time he went to soccer, I sneaked into his room to play Counter-Strike. But the important is that I had to get out before he came back from soccer, because I would get bullied. My friends, at some point they improved when they knew that I actually was playing, but in the beginning I was actually kind of embarrassed of playing a lot of computer games, so I tried to hide it for a lot of years. But then the CS started to grow, and like at some point it got cool. I don't know how to say it otherwise, to play a computer, and yeah. So nowadays I'm really happy that they're supporting me, and my family is as well. And now they even play themselves. My first ever team was a team called Last Level. It was in 1.6 Counter-Strike. It was the first time that I ever felt that I was in a team where 5 guys were together and practicing 3-4 times a week, feel like CS was a serious thing. So that was my first team.
Okay. Where are we going?
First bit.
We just go right side. Okay.
Tell me what the flash are we?
That's it.
I never imagined that I would get the opportunity to play for such a big organization as OpTic. So it's a real honor to be here and play for OpTic. When Jacob first contacted me after my department from North, I was really happy, because I already said to myself that before I quit playing CS, I would actually like to go to the US and try to play for a US organization team. I played with the team for around 1.5 months now, and our goal is definitely to win a major, as it is right now. I believe that we have the skill and the experience to do it in the end. It's just gonna take some time, and I do trust the process.
So René has actually been very good on the rifle, in my opinion, even better than his op. So I was super happy about that when we were like playing matches and practice. He's also contributed something I didn't really expect. He's been our like secondary caller. So in mid-round, he like helps Peter a lot, just like decisions on what to do. So they're like a pretty good duo together, in my opinion. And without him, I think we'd be pretty screwed, like in mid-round.
René on the team is always a good rock to have on your team, because he's so experienced and he knows every single map in the game, and he's really like focused at all times. He's not having fun like some of us younger dudes can do. Me and, for example, Shaz can have fun all the time. But it's really like having Cajun is like you got a team already. You can just have that one guy and build around him. He's such a good player that he could just play a side by himself and give the info all you need, and there's nothing really mistakes with Cajun, and that's what I really like playing with him.
I'd say René is like the father figure of the team, in a sense, that he's the more level-headed, mature and critical thinking person on the team. His individual level is insane. Sometimes he can just like take over a map for us, and it's really cool to have, you know, just that consistency from him. But he also gives a lot of input in the team in terms of like strategies and mid-round calling. We're starting to have him be like more of a mid-round caller for us, and so it's better. It's a better system when you have two different people that are bouncing ideas off of each other, and including Chet. But you know, during a match, Chet can't give as much input like at LAN and stuff. So Peter and Renee are like kind of working together.
Well, wait, well,
Smoke inner.
but what kind of quiz?
Like
Smoke, smallies.
smallies on every single map, every single.
Oh, I thought you meant like, all right, Shazam, what is your favorite food? Easy answer, because he's my boy. I know his. What's the answer, Chet?
I don't know.
You know, you would think that.
Chipotle.
Nope. What's his favorite? I'll tell you what your favorite food is, Cajun. I already know.
You got no idea.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You can.
Yes, it's
No.
it's Cajun fried rice. Don't lie. That's
Okay,
why they
so-
gave you the nickname. You ate so much Cajun fried rice that you're like, oh, let's call this dude Cajun.
Is that it? Actually, it's Indian lamb rogan just. You know what it is?
What?
You need what?
Lamb rogan just.
Yeah,
I love that one. It's Indian.
it's Indian. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the best.
Shazam is not Indian though. Why are you looking at him?
But he looks like Indian.
Yeah.
It has been really easy to go along with all of my teammates. The only like struggles we've had is like in-game wise sometimes, because like we've been playing for a lot of different teams, so we have like different kind of ways to want to play the game. So we need to find our game, and it's gonna take some time, but I'm sure we'll get there.
The end goal for the performance routines is to improve performance. Now, the way we go about that is we look at where they end and we work backwards from there. So we break down the competitions, what it takes to be successful in esports, and as we work backwards, we look at things like health and wellness, we look at flexibility, we look at brain function, cognitive function, we look at nutrition, we look at recovery. So there's many components, but all within those components comes back to how are we improving their performance while they're playing and creating longevity in their career.
I think the bigger picture is to provide them tools and resources to be successful for while they're gaming, both performance and longevity, but also life after gaming. So a lot of the things we're teaching them now, they can take years beyond when their gaming careers end, and hopefully teach it to somebody else and keep passing on that message. And I think for us, the overall picture here is promoting health and wellness to millions of kids worldwide through video games.
I feel like the whole team can agree on that when we pull out those freaking foam rolls and we start doing that, you can obviously feel that there's some tension built up in your body when you sit like countless hours in front of the PC. So I think eventually it will help the team like being more loose when we sit by the PC.
All right, everybody feeling okay? Any physical, immune ailments we should know about? Everyone's feeling pretty good today? Yeah. All right. Good, good, good. All right, we're gonna roll head to toe, front to back, okay? So we'll move through it a little faster. Again, I really encourage you guys to continue to show up a little early.
I think it's really early to say if it's impacted our games, but I think it's just healthy for all of us to get into a routine with like our body and our minds.
The primary goal is to enhance all aspects of their lifestyle, with their mindset, their training, nutrition, and recovery. So really it's having one-on-one conversations, but working with the teams in general to find out what their pain points are. For a lot of them, they're dealing with crazy schedules, their sleep habits are all messed up. It's trying to get them good, healthy nutrition and really dial them in on all fronts so they can be the most successful.
The main benefits is from a short-term perspective, we're gonna try to improve their physical well-being. So whether that be cognitive function, whether that be posture, whether that be improved physiological variables like heart rates or decreased, hypertension or increased oxygen uptake, whatever it may be. We're improving cardiovascular function, strength, endurance. But in the long run, it's to improve their health over the long term and create habits with their health. So if they create habits of working out every day, eating healthy, if they create habits of approaching recovery the right way, we're hoping that it will elongate their career, but also stay with them for the rest of their life.
about it now. He has the M4 out. They're going to start to come his way. Again, well, he lights up the first Nifty, instantly trades. It's just Stan and Config left. 2 versus 3. They're very far away, so the rotation's going to take a while to come on in. And as well as that, just to kind of top things off, as Nifty's got aggressive, trying to take the fight onto Config, the only man with full HP. Now, Config's going to win that first out on a JKS, but he loses his teammate Stan, and I don't know if he's ready for Nifty in this forward position. He is not.
I'm really disappointed about the game against Renegades, of course. I would really have liked to go to DreamHack Marseille. I think they were the better team in the end, but I would also like to say it was a long day. We played for like 10 hours, but we have to move on from here, and we do know what our mistakes are in the end. So we just have to focus on the next game.
I think everyone's like extremely disappointed that we didn't close out that match versus Renegades last night. One of us really wanted to qualify for DreamHack Masters and go to France because, you know, it's been a while since all of us have actually been to an event. Since this team was formed, then we have to qualify for these events. You know, we had a pretty exhausting day of matches, and we all thought we were playing pretty well, like versus Energy. Our communication was on point, we were winning our clutches, and then going into versus Renegades, like, we had some pretty rough starts, and it felt like we didn't even give ourselves a chance. But after talking it over, like, there are some pretty clear things that we need to work on and fix and add, and that's what we're doing right now.
I guess we were pretty disappointed losing to Renegades after we beat Energy, which was arguably the hardest team in the qualifier. Just looking back at it, on train, we're losing like anti-ecos when we shouldn't. We're CT pistols, we played it poorly. Like, we easily could have traded the guy default. We just played badly as a team. We communicated poorly, we did bad setups. We're just trying to work on like fixing our setups pretty much for that map. And for Overpass, Chris played really insane, so we didn't really argue too much on tactics. We just let him play his game, and he set a world record, so good for him, I guess. And for the last map, I think it was Inferno. Again, we lost like so many clutches. Our rotations were really bad. Our CT setups were not good. We were like giving up mid control really fast. So I don't know, we just need to like go back to the drawing board, try the new stuff that we're gonna do in practice this week, and hope it works out.
Going into like the IEM Sydney qualifiers, I'm still pretty confident. I'd say that our only big competition would be Liquid, who would meet in the finals to qualify, and we just like need to tidy up our game and fix our issues before that happens.
I still feel pretty confident about the Sydney qualifier. It's just we need to do as much fixing in our practice as possible and make sure like it really matters and counts. Because if we still play badly in anti-ecos, CT setups, then we're probably not going to qualify. But if we can fix it, then we'll qualify. The house that we're going into is going to help because I think people have been tilting too much online, like when we're not together. So I can control the tilt more when we're in person and like all 5 or all 6 of us are together. Right now it feels like the tilt's really getting to some people, and it's just easily corrected if I could just be right next to them.
Just practice is way more productive when you're going to be in like the same area in the same room, and you're just able to like immediately talk about everything that's going on right after the scrim happens, right after the match. And it'll just be better for us overall to get back in the same room instead of playing from our own apartments.
Despite all the bad results that we've been having, or like the shaky matches that some of them should have been 2-0s or whatever, I think we're still trying to find how we want to play. Like, I'm pretty sure we're not 100% on how we want to play some maps. We still have like spots that we're changing. Like, we're still changing spots after our loss yesterday, so we just need to figure out how we want to play and fix our CT sides and anti-ecos especially. That's something we've been messing up a lot. So I think after we like fix these issues, I think we're going to be on track. Like, we do have like good maps that we've proven, like Mirage and Nuke. I think we just need to apply like the same concept to other maps, and I think we'll show the results that people are looking for.
I feel really confident going into the matches on Thursday because I feel after the DreamHack Marseille qualification games, I feel that we have been improving a lot, and we just need that small improvement to get to the last step where we actually are gonna qualify for the different tournaments. So I believe that we have a big chance to qualify for Sydney.